Today on The Balanced Life, Redefine Success, Redefine Fail, I'm talking about 5 ways to help prepare your kids to be successful adults. Number 1, give them chores. Well, I did this well. I used to tell people as soon as my kids could walk, they put away dishes. To this day, all of our dishes are like down knee length or lower because when the kids could hobble to the dishwasher and pick up a plate, they started putting them away. Um, But I think I still worried too much about giving my kids too much responsibility at home, particularly as they got older. Because earlier on, I homeschooled them, and then later they went to a school building, which meant I had less control over like homework and time, and there was the commuting time and other responsibilities. And I wanted them to prioritize homework and studying. Instead, I taught them that life was all about leisure time in the evenings. Oops. Um, Furthermore, they didn't really learn about cooking because, for one, I like to cook, and so that was like my thing. They're really great at grocery shopping because that was something I worked really hard at, and I have an entire teaching on how to teach your kids about grocery shopping. But the other areas I did really poorly when it comes to chores. Well, they did laundry because I really hate doing laundry and dishes, so they know how to do dishes and laundry, and they probably hate both. Um, it's actually important to have them do it because the chores are nothing more than the tasks that they're going to have to do as adults. And so you're actually teaching them how to do things as adults by having them do chores. And you're also teaching them how to not overcommit and how to manage their time well. So that's something I wish I would have done that I didn't do really great, except in a couple of targeted areas. Number 2, make them responsible for their own purchases. Early on, it might be establishing maybe like a maximum that they can spend for back to school clothes, like a certain budget, a maximum they're allowed to spend on their school supplies, things like that. Then as they get older, it can be what we did. We had it, and this was a few years back. They had $20 a week, and they got it on the first day of the month. So it was by the number of Fridays. So if there was a 5 Friday month, they got 100, and most other months they got 80. And we did not pay for anything other than healthcare, fuel to go back and forth to school, and they had use of our car because they were in a private school, so there was no bus to take them. They had to commute. Um, and yeah, like if they got sick or something, but they had to pay the gas to go to work. They had to pay for all their school supplies, all their school clothes, their prom, their dresses. They were all girls. So their dresses, anything that had to do, if they wanted to go to their friend's house, they had to ask permission for the time and the use of the vehicle. But if they had the money to go to a movie, they could go to a movie. If they wanted to buy their friend a Christmas present or a birthday present, it was from their money. So teaching them how to be responsible with spending, it doesn't guarantee things are going to happen. They're probably still going to try to test things out when they become adults. But by making mistakes at home and making more of the mistakes at home when it's only like 20 or 30 bucks and they still have a roof over their head and food on their plate, it's a lot better than just casting them out in the cold, dark world. Number 3, teach them to dream, but also to count the costs. College isn't for everyone. Neither is EMS. Neither is working in an office. Neither is working at a grocery store. Encourage your kids to pursue their interests and talents, but also teach them to evaluate earning potential, the cost of living, and other factors that may influence their career choices. Help them to make a choice about the whole package. So sometimes a true interest has to remain a hobby while they establish themselves financially. I mean, I think about like aspiring actors who work as waiters and waitresses. It takes time to become a professional in things like the arts. Help them to understand that if they want to take a job that pays $15 an hour, they won't be able to travel Europe 3 months out of the year on that income. Also, let them know if they want to be a doctor, they're sacrificing 12 years of their adult life beyond high school. And when they're done, they're going to have so much responsibility that they won't be able to travel Europe 3 months out of the year. So help them to evaluate those kinds of things and think about the time costs, the financial costs, and what they're actually going to get back and what they want their life to look like. You want to have a job you enjoy and you don't have to vacation from your life, but you also have to understand what your limitations will be financially with that. And it's fine as long as you're fine with both sides of it. Number 4, be honest when you make mistakes and share what you learned with them. And be detailed. I mean, don't be overly detailed on certain personal things, but if you've made a mistake, say, hey, I was a jerk at work and I made this mistake and this is what happened and this is what it cost me and I really shouldn't have done it and this is what I should have done instead. And those kind of things. If you made a mistake financially, if you're trying to dig out, if you made a mistake, if you were rude to your kids, I'm sorry, I was rude to you. I shouldn't have been. That's not okay. Just because you're my kid does not mean I can act however I feel like acting and there's no excuse. I apologize. Those kind of things help them to learn by your example to be a good adult. And number 5, you tell me. Put it in the comments below what you think the 5th most important thing or a important thing is to help our kids to be successful adults. Thank you so much for your time, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.